Decision making, risk and outcomes. Sometimes the link between seriousness of outcome and risk tolerance can be hard to see. However, one of the issues related to seriousness of outcome is that people often underestimate how serious an outcome could be if an incident or accident happens. This often leads to a higher level of risk tolerance. For example, a worker will take more risks if they believe the likelihood of an incident occurring is low, or if the outcome of that incident would not be that bad. If, however, this worker knew other people had been seriously injured while completing the exact same task, they would be less likely to take the risk. Think about safety as having an invisible boundary like a campfire. When you put your hands too close to a campfire, you feel heat, so you naturally pull away. You cannot see this boundary, but you know it is there based on your other senses. Because the safety boundary is invisible and lines that you cannot see are easy to cross, people often don't realize they are engaging in risky behavior. A simple example of pushing this invisible boundary can be seen during highway driving. If it is a nice day, the road is dry, there is minimal traffic, the car is working perfectly, and the driver is experienced, alert, and driving within the speed limit, the risk of injury is minimal. If it is foggy and wet with reduced visibility, the brakes or tires are worn, the driver is fatigued, and is driving above the posted speed limit, the risk is much higher. In this second scenario, the driver is basing the risks they take on the fact that they have probably driven in these types of conditions before. They may not know of many other people who have been in a serious vehicle accident, so they are less likely to think it could happen to them. As a result, they assume they can perform much better than they actually can. By safely arriving at their destination, even though they engaged in risky behavior, the driver is more likely to continue to push the boundaries the next time they are in a similar situation. Understanding what influences your risk tolerance level and the role it plays in decision-making is important to your safety and the safety of your team. You have to accept a certain amount of risk to do your job, but those risks are reduced by following the SOPs, making sure the safety guards are in place, using the correct tools for the job, and wearing the proper PPE. You may want to get the job done quickly or lend a hand to someone, but always remember to evaluate the risk and think about the consequences of your actions and the outcome.